All right, let's see here. We got Twitch is sending data.
Do you say data or data?
X is sending data. YouTube.
It's actually data. Actually, it's data.
Okay, we're streaming on everything, Grant.
Okay, good.
What? So what's up, dude?
What's
How
up,
was your
dude?
day?
Well, it's a day. That's all I can say. It was a day. I got a question.
What's
Think
that?
about some topics. Were you a TGIF guy? Did you watch TGIF?
TGIF.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Talking about the restaurant?
No, that's TGI Fridays. First of all, I'm talking about when they used to show like Full House and Family Matters and Boy Meets World on Friday night.
Yeah. I know all that.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Well, you sounded very.
What about it?
You sounded very sus, as the kids say, for saying that.
Hey,
How hot was Topanga?
No, yeah.
Bruh.
Back in the day, yeah, buddy. Let me share this.
So let me ask you a question. Who was hotter? Topanga or Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell?
I'm going, ooh. Yeah, I gotta say Kelly, dude, just because I have fonder memories watching that show, Vice. Because I didn't really watch the one Topanga was on.
Oh my God! What a blasphemous thing! What a evil thing to say!
I really didn't watch it that much.
Well, yeah,
I wasn't really into it.
Well, you know what? You know what I think of you now?
Yeah, what's that?
I think I hate you for saying that.
Why? Because I love with your girl crush back in the day.
That was my first crush.
All right.
And even though if I'd have landed on her, I would have crushed her in real life.
All right. Let me.
I think my crushes. I think my crushes ranked. My top two crushes was Topanga was number 2, and the Pizza Hut buffet was number 1.
Yeah, and I know you like that. I remember driving around. We'd be driving around, and be like, "Oh, I'm hungry." We go by the buffet. That's all you used to do.
No, you remember we used to go try to get see if they had any free pizzas at Domino's.
Oh yeah,
like the ones that left over.
I used to get free Popeyes every now and then because I'd walk with me and the boys from the basketball team.
Oh yeah,
we walk down to Popeyes and we used to get hooked up because like right before like practice or even right before a game, sometimes we used to get hooked up.
Those are the perks.
Yeah. We're in our pre-podcast, guys. If you join, we haven't officially started yet, but we're just kind of bullshitting.
We're just shooting the shit. If you got any questions, ask them. Well, I'd be glad to answer anything you have to say.
Yeah, get them chats up. Go on YouTube and chat it up.
That's
YouTube
true.
or Twitch. All right. But yeah, dude. I
can't believe you said you didn't watch Boy Meets World. What a blasphemous thing.
I mean, I did, but it wasn't like
Did you watch Family Matters?
I watched Family Matters.
Did you at least fucking watch Family Matters?
Yes, I did. That and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all those. I even watched Martin. Martin was my shit right there.
Martin was great. That was a great show.
Yeah. I loved all the characters he did.
Do you remember when Steve turned into Stefan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
He was like smooth with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you think about it, Laura was really like the bad guy. Because she always hated Steve. She always put him down until she had no men left in her life.
Yeah.
And then Steve had to choose between her and Myra. I would have stuck with Myra. Myra was finer.
Yeah. Oh, what's her name on Fresh Prince?
Oh, Hillary?
Sister? Yeah, Hillary.
Hillary was fine.
You remember her?
Hold on. Hillary was fine. But when Ashley got older, like...
Oh, yeah. But now, Hillary and Major Payne?
Oh, man, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, She looked good. Major Payne was hilarious. I love that movie.
You know what's funny about Damon Wayans? He looked the same age, like, his whole career.
He still looks the same.
He looks exactly the same.
Honestly, all the Wayans brothers look almost the same as they did 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
Don't Be a Menace to South Central.
Oh, that was
drinking
good.
Your juice in the hood.
That was good. I like Low Down Dirty Shane.
Yeah.
Where he slaps and goes, "Oh, Bernard."
Yeah. Man, all those Boys in the Hood was good.
They can't make movies like that. They can't make shows like that anymore.
No, they really can't, can they?
Mm-mm.
Did you see the NWA movie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was good. His son, man,
looks just like him.
Ice Cube's son, almost just like him.
He's a big wrestling fan.
Oh yeah,
he's like a big wrestling fan.
Yeah, he did a good job in that.
He's good.
What other things? Oh, we're going to talk about Rings of Power towards the end of the show. I finished episode 8. I finished the second season, just slogging through it. Dude, we got to talk.
Look on your face doesn't look too promising.
It's not. It's just. We'll
talk about it. We'll save it. Just save it.
Yeah, and let me tell you, dude, I got a lot. All right. What else? Oh, what game? Are you still playing UO? Are you playing any other game besides Ultima Online?
First of all, Ultima Online is not a game. It's an experience.
No, it's not.
It's not just a game, sir.
No, it's not experience. No, it's not.
Hey, I brought you in.
It's just your love you've had for like 20 plus years.
I love that game, dude. It's just something about it. Like, I go in spurts.
You got to branch out, dude.
I know. You're
playing that game too much.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Remember when you came over to my house? I didn't even know how you got in my house and played EverQuest. Like, I don't even know how you got there.
I should just show up.
You would show up and I have like a bowl.
You wouldn't even know I was there. You just walk in. You wake up in the morning. I'll be there.
And you're on the sofa. You're on my sofa, like leaning back,
eating your cereal and everything.
And I'm like, I don't even remember buying the cereal. Like, where'd the cereal come from?
Yeah, I remember your brothers and stuff, or your brother and your sister be like, "Hey, Ed,
no,
we weren't expecting you." Yeah.
Remember that time my sister got mad at you because you ate all her low-fat ice cream? You had like 5 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, she was pissed.
Dude, I could eat like crazy back then.
She came up to me. She said, "You tell him, don't him ever eat my motherfucking ice cream again." She was mad.
Dude, you remember we'd go to like a Ryan's or those all-you-can-eat buffet places? Yeah. What was the other one?
Quincy's.
Western Country, something like that?
Western Sizzler?
Western Sizzler?
I don't know if that was a buff. I can't remember that. I remember when we went to Shoney's, Ryan's.
Yeah, Shoney's, Ryan's. Ryan's was big because it opened up in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'd tear that buffet up. I was skinnier than toothpick still.
It was crazy how much you could eat.
And that's because I always was playing basketball. I
remember every night you'd eat like 2 double cheeseburgers and like chicken sandwiches from Hardee's.
Dude, I could eat like 3 Big Macs, 2 large fries.
You remember
go out and play 2 hours of basketball right after eating it.
Like, I'd eat that same thing and have to buy new clothes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Mac Tasty?
Yeah.
Or no, the Big and Tasty. The Big and Tasty.
No. Yeah.
It used to be $1. Remember, it was $1. Like,
dude, everything was. They used to have the 99-cent menu. Remember at Hardee's, the spicy chicken sandwich?
Yep. Wow, that was your favorite. I remember that time. You just like started talking. They just told you to pull around.
Yeah, they already knew who it was. They already had my sandwiches ready for me.
Dude, it's kind of like do you remember when the Big Mac fries were like this big? They're like you can't see on camera. They're like huge. For like 39 cents extra.
Was like, they used to have extra large, like super size.
Like the super size was really super size.
They were like really super size.
Like it was.
And
bad.
They got rid of that because I guess people were getting fat.
Dude, me.
I mean, they just ordered 2 larges. They just ordered 2 large fries.
That was me. My mom would be like, "You gonna eat all that?" And half of it's already gone.
Yep. All right. You want to roll into the podcast, buddy?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Unless you want to talk about more McDonald's. I could talk about McDonald's all day. I can.
Talk about it later. All right, let's roll in. All right, starting now.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant Rowland here with the DMG Gaming Podcast. And as always, I am joined by the CEO of Tencent Games, my boy, Ed Phillips. What up, my boy? I heard you got a big purchase on your hand coming up for 10 cents.
Oh, yeah. gotta buy my next favorite company, Ubisoft.
I feel like your name. It's funny how that their name and like their stock price is the same.
Yep. I see you. Did you get rid of that dirty ass chair?
Yeah, I cleaned it. I steam cleaned it.
Oh, you did? Right,
my wife tried to throw it away, and I told her no.
Too many memories.
No, it's just broken in. You know when you have a chair that's like just broken in, like it's just, you can't really explain it, but it just fits right. That's what that chair is.
All right.
It just squeaks too much. That's why I don't sit in
it. Okay. Let's start.
All right,
Grant. Just like we were saying earlier, Tencent Games and Ubisoft are taking a look at a buyout. Just a look. It's not official yet, but Tencent.
Do they really want to look under the hood, though? Do they really want to look too deep?
Yeah. Now, Tencent is known for, arcade, mobile games. Now, that arcade, whatever it was that we saw on the PlayStation State of Play, that looked legit.
Yeah,
they did. Right, but they're really known for mobile games, League of Legends, all that stuff, right? But they're trying to buy Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft, this is my concern with this, is because Ubisoft is a publisher of The Division 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like both of those games. Like, I'm not a long-term player, but I play it for a few months, and then move on to.
It's Rainbow Six. Is that what that is?
Yeah, but it's online Division, kind of like an RPG, third-person shooter type game.
Tom Clancy, but he ain't gonna get that check no more.
But it's like set in like a, I guess you can say, America has pretty much, cities have fallen to gangs.
Like Red Dawn, like the
yeah, kind of. But there was a state of collapse. That's what you're playing Division in. But those are like Americana games. You know what I mean? They're based in America. Mm-hmm. And then you have other games that Ubisoft. I mean, you have the old Assassin's Creed that based on the Revolutionary War and stuff like that. And the one Black Flag. It's not really America, but it's based in the Caribbean. And games like that I'm concerned with the Chinese studio or Chinese company coming in and purchasing Ubisoft. Me personally, I would rather, if Ubisoft's going to get bought out, I'd rather see it go to Sony or Microsoft.
Do you really want it to go to Microsoft though?
Probably not. Not now. After everything that's been kind of,
because here's the thing is if Microsoft buys it, might as well give it to Sony too, because they'll get the games too.
Yeah, pretty much it. Microsoft owns it. It's still going to be available on the company, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who buys it, but I'd rather one of those companies buy it. A Japanese studio or Japanese company, American company, kind of comes in and swoops it up.
It'd be funny.
Publishers of two. I don't want a Chinese influence, like especially because all their companies, they kind of have to run through the CCP and everything like that. That's Chinese owned. I kind of don't want that.
You know who needs to buy it?
Because it's going to mess up the. Go ahead.
Wukong.
Game Science?
Yep. That would be poetic justice.
But no, they can't, dude. They don't have the money to.
Shit, they just made like $600 million.
It doesn't matter, dude. They only have 2 games. They have the other game that was no one heard about and Wukong. If you want, and that's another thing with Tencent. I just got in I just had this conversation. I saw someone posted on X, and like they don't even have the library Ubisoft currently has. So why do you want a developer like Tencent to come in and buy Ubisoft when it's just going to continue to produce probably more garbage? Honestly,
it is true.
Even though Ubisoft's kind of on their last leg here, you don't want a studio that's going to produce more garbage, and especially a studio that revolves way too much around mobile gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
But
that'd be like if Clash of Clans, whatever that was, bought it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Supercell.
But yeah, so I don't know, dude. I don't know if this is going to be a good move or not. But to me personally, I have a feeling this is a bad move if they do acquire Ubisoft. I mean, honestly, anything would probably be good for Ubisoft with the trash they've been putting out and all the news they've been involved in. I just don't see, but I just don't see this as a good decision for gamers. That is.
Well, maybe there's a certain amount that they want and nobody else is willing to pay it.
Sure.
I mean, it's not worth. I guarantee it's not worth. Here's the thing: is it's not worth what they're asking for. I guarantee you. But
Yeah,
there's probably this company's probably willing to pay it, or at least look at it. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they're kind of. I mean, again, Ubisoft right now they're backed in a corner. They're
Yeah,
looking for someone to come save them. But also, what's going to come with this that most likely is going to happen is a huge layoff of employees. Right?
that's going
Ubisoft's
to
probably going
happen.
to clean house. So
Yeah.
that's a good factor, maybe, because maybe they are too bloated, especially with the not even finished games they've come out with recently, like Star Wars Outlaw. It wasn't a finished product. You can say what you want about the game, but it wasn't finished.
Yeah, they've been rushing it, trying to save the company, trying
Yeah,
to
and
get
then
the
the
stock up.
delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows, another huge hit to them.
Yeah, huge hit actually.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, maybe it'll produce a better game. They're waiting to ensure that everything's solid on the game, but it's still not looking good. All right. Oh, Grant.
Hmm.
So after everything Ubisoft, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you think we don't have any negative news for them? I mean, this is kind of negative in a way.
Surely not. Surely surely them getting a buyout. Considering getting a buyout's good news for them, right?
Yeah, kind of. Well, guess what, Grant?
Uh oh.
People that can't separate their damn politics.
Here
Here
we
we
go.
go. You got your activists. They cannot. They just can't stop, Grant. They
What the fuck
have
is a
to.
monetization director?
I know. All right. So this guy goes in with his political activism, on social media, just calling all gamers racist and all that stuff. I mean, this is not the only person. We've already had prior podcasts showing the other people saying the same thing.
Yes,
They're playing
indeed.
back into the victim mentality.
Mhm.
They're not taking responsibility. And this is another victim play, right? They're not taking responsibility for their stupid decisions. And this is bad. Like if I'm a Ubisoft CEO or something on the board of directors, I'm telling this guy to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that the CEO is just. I don't even think.
Are they activists too? I mean, I guess
I don't
so.
know.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
but yeah, it's woe is me. Not our responsibility. All of our decisions. It's not our fault. It's the gamer's fault. It's everyone else's fault for all this. It's not. It's just not good. It's just not a good idea to do this stuff, man. And honestly, if I'm ahead of this company, I'm telling everyone, if I see any political activism or you're calling gamers out or anything like that, you are immediately removed from the company
Well, let's do this.
because we
Let's see
are
what he says.
already in a shithole right now.
Oh yeah.
Ubisoft themselves, they're already in a shithole.
So we're going to read this, and we're going to, because everybody, especially for the audio people, and then we'll discuss each talking point. He says, "Now I'm not going to do it in his voice because I'm sure he talks like this." But anyway, we're not going to do that. That hurts my voice. I'd have to lower my
That's the way you talk when
testosterone.
you were, that's the way you talk when you were younger.
I know. I'd have to lower my testosterone to do his voice.
Okay,
So let me.
play some video games.
Hey, you want to play some video games? That was me eating a sandwich. Anyway, um,
Right, go ahead.
he goes, I rarely post on social media, but today I'm sad. Oh, ashamed and sad. Oh, imagine that. The gaming industry is rough at the moment. Well, you made it that way. We all know it. But seeing how gamers, he put gamers in quotes now because he's being a smartass, react on social media, wishing ill fate to companies and people alike is sad. And not only toward Ubisoft. Okay. I haven't seen it toward many companies, only certain companies that have been doing this. So he continues to say, even though it's always the vocal minority that express themselves in social media. Well, first of all, y'all are the vocal minority. Gamers like us are the majority. First of all, I wish people would get that through their head. Y'all are the minority here. Y'all don't run y'all do not. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna say this right now. Y'all do not run the gaming industry. Period. Y'all were the minority. Y'all were the minority. So understand that. First of all, and he goes, I was hurt and ashamed to be a part of this community. Okay. What is even more revolting is coming on LinkedIn and seeing the same comments from people within the industry. You mean people with differing opinions?
It's all it is, dude.
Okay.
That's all it goes down to is differing opinions.
So what. Look, first of all, LinkedIn is. I have a LinkedIn. It is filled with people like him. So if you have people who are saying the opposite of you, then you know that it's bad. You know it. Let's see. So he says, on top of exposing yourself as clearly not a non-decent human being, okay, that's your opinion, because they have a different opinion. You are affecting thousands of employees that are already impacted by all the hate, despite doing their best to deliver incredible experiences. You
All
want
right.
to pick that
So
apart?
let's. I'm going to take the next thing apart. All right.
Okay.
So the last thing, let's just cover this and move on. How can you wish a company to fail simply because they do not cater to you, or that product does not please you? Is beyond me. All right. First off, you're supposed to be making games marketing to gamers.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be catering to gamers. You're not supposed to be catering to a 1% crowd. Or actually,
Correct.
let's be real, a way less than 1% crowd.
Correct. One
Supposed to
way
be
less.
you're supposed to be catering to your buyers, which you're not doing. Ubisoft has failed miserably time and time again. Not only all this game delays for Assassin's Creed Shadows, for their stupid decisions when it came to when what's about to happen is them getting bought out by a Chinese company, and all the other decisions they've made, all the political activism statements they've allowed to run rampant on social media when these people are representing a company. Well, first off, we can already know the CEO of Ubisoft and whoever runs Ubisoft, the board, they have no control over anything.
Zero.
So they need to kind of rethink themselves, reevaluate their business practices like hard time, and start removing people that don't belong there, and also maybe have a change of leadership. I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, your stock prices are plummeting. They went up after this news of them getting bought out because people were like, okay, maybe a new change at Ubisoft. So people bought into their stock. It went up by like 30%, one of the biggest gains ever after this news.
Yeah.
Or after the Tencent news. So my thing is, shut the fuck up.
Correct. Just shut up and make games. It's that simple.
Oh, you are an employee at a company. And what I'm getting at is Ubisoft has no control over anything.
None.
Like there's no one in charge. Things are just going rampant. They're delaying games. They're making dumb decisions. I don't know what else to say, dude.
I feel like the CEO. You remember the Dark Knight Rises? How like Bruce Wayne was just holed up in his room. Like I feel like that's what the CEO is doing. Hold on, go back to that picture because the last point, the last sentence is delicious. What he says. that last statement right here. Let's pull it back up.
It's up there.
He says, "We are all on the same boat." No, we are not all on the same boat.
We are not.
We're on a boat. You're on a raft. You know, please, please, please stop spreading the hate. Y'all are the one attacking us because we don't agree with y'all. That's it.
They're on that raft you saw in what's that movie with Tom Hanks?
With
and
Wilson.
He has that ball. Yeah, what is that movie called? It's out and stranded on an island as a FedEx employee.
God, fucking drift
that raft he built. That's what Ubisoft is on right now.
What is it called? That people are probably screaming at us. Yeah. I know what it's called.
Well, go on YouTube and chat it up, guys.
No, fuck, I don't.
Someone's got to remember.
And here he goes. Here he goes. We should all uplift each other instead of bringing each other down. Well, how about you do that? How about you do that? How about it starts with you?
They cannot, because they are tied to their ideology right now, and their political outlook on everything. That is their cult religion that they cannot break from.
Correct.
They cannot accept responsibility. They cannot do any of that, because then it proves them wrong, and it proves their stupid ideological pushes that they do on a day-to-day basis. They'll prove them wrong.
Cook. There it is.
I mean, that's the fact.
That's right. You're right. You're exactly right.
All right. Let's get on, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Ubisoft, dude.
It makes you mad. I see it stirring.
Well, I mean, they're on the news all the time because
I've seen that look in your eyes. Relax. Calm down.
All right, Grant. You remember last podcast we talked about Godot?
Yeah.
The game engine, and the political activists they hired as their community.
We also talked about if it was Godot or Godot. Like I don't know.
And, yeah. Well, that's true. We still don't.
We still don't know.
All right, you remember us talking about that, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's pull up something. You remember old Julian?
Surely he came out and was being peaceful and was trying to calm the fires.
Yeah, so Julian Lenietsky is the technical and creator advisor for Godot.
Something about Julian. His name's Juan.
So remember, he came out with a statement we covered in the last podcast, Grant. Remember, he said he's not into all this political stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, look what it is. What were they after? Being right about hating
Castaway.
minorities, I
Thank
guess.
you. Thank you. Thank you. We have one. They saved us.
What was it called? Castaway.
Castaway.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. Yeah. Razor Tooth. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Appreciate
Otherwise, we'd have to down the Internet Movie Database.
I kept thinking about it in the back of my head. All right. So this guy, who's again the creative head of Godot Engine, he and the technical advisor. Remember, he said he's not political and he doesn't want to get into those political discussions. Well, boy, did he go? What's that alternate thing?
This doesn't. Hold on. This doesn't look like Twitter. What is this?
What is that? What's it called? You know,
it's named after it's called Mastodon.
Mastodon. That's it.
I try to tie it to Power Rangers. I'm sorry, it failed. I'll do better next time.
Well, Grant, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, buddy.
Surely he didn't. Surely he was peaceful and was like
old guy who he doesn't want stuff to be political.
Oh God, here he goes.
We will chill from Twitter X until after the U.S. elections. Okay. Almost all the hate Godot got over the weekend was pretty much people who had no clue of what a game engine is, what Godot is, or what the FOSS / community made project is. Okay. Most of the ones who did were the usual haters.
Okay. And what were the usual haters? Who are the usual haters? I'd like to hear this. Who are the usual haters?
Well, okay, go ahead. Checking profiles of haters, majority pro-Trump.
There it is. There it is.
Because people have, you remember the game? You remember when we showed those tweets from actual game devs, like getting blocked on Twitter by their community manager, who's a woke, I hate that word, but super woke political activist.
Yes.
That cannot separate her political opinions when doing her job. Well, they were blocking a lot of people, but of course, what is it? Now they're victims, right? Their old Juan is playing victim mode at Godot, saying that they were pro-Trump because they had different opinions. Game dev saying, "Hey, can you just do your job by blocking everyone for political beliefs?"
So this is where we are in this world. It's like if you do not hear this, and it's crazy. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. If you do not agree with what they believe, you are automatically a Trump supporter and you're MAGA. What the fuck?
Every time. Every time. Oh, and guess what, Grant? He's too innocent for the world.
Oh, wow.
Now, your problem, buddy, is you're the same as your community manager. Everything revolves around politics for you. And you want to inject your politics and your ideological beliefs in everything you do, and you cannot separate your job from that. It's impossible for some of you guys to do this. Correct. I don't know what it is. Like, their brains just don't work that way. But don't say you're not political, because you are political.
Very political, because otherwise you wouldn't talk about Trump. This has nothing to do with politics, and yet you made it about politics.
Exactly.
And also, change your profile picture. You look like a praying mantis.
Okay. All right, Grant. Let's get rid of that. Political people, man. Okay.
You think we'll ever get back to a time where everything won't be political?
It's no way. This younger. I mean, it's not even the young crowd, honestly. It's people our age too that do this, like in their 40s, that do this. Like everything, politics controls their daily lives.
So crazy, man. It's insane.
Like, and now this just shows Juan doesn't have real control of anything. He doesn't. He has community managers that are supposed to represent your brand, not go on a mass blocking spree because of your feelings are hurt or people are asking you just focus on your damn engine and not your political beliefs.
Correct.
All right.
So, well, how hard is that?
I mean, obviously, it's really hard for them, Grant.
It's very hard.
I mean, it's really hard for them. Okay. What do you want to talk about now? Oh, Grant.
Uh-oh.
Let's bring this up. Dude, gamers uniting for good cause.
Oh, good news finally.
I saw this in the news. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Because I love, you love speedrunners, right?
Love speedrunning.
I mean, these guys do make quite a bit of money doing these speedruns.
I've tried it, and I suck at it.
Yeah.
I absolutely am terrible.
Well, this is from, I think...
GDQ, Games Done Quick.
What's that?
GDQ, Games Done Quick. I watched, and let me tell you a story. I was trying to tell you about this. I've watched them when they used to be. I mean, they're huge now, but I used to watch them when they were in a hotel, like what's it, the conference room, like
Yeah.
at the Holiday Inn, where it's like real small. They had like 6 people. This was at the beginning, and they would run, and they were making all this money running Metroid and all these other games. Dude, I love speedrunning, man.
If you guys want, so I got this from PC Gamer. So if you guys want to catch this, they're doing it on Twitch. Games Done Quick. They're doing it on Twitch from October 11th at 6 p.m. Eastern time until midnight at October 13th.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, so they're going to do for donations and everything like that. Do a lot of different speed runs, and everything goes to the Hurricane Helene disaster relief.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
They were the first one. They were the first ones to start doing like speed running, like marathons and stuff like that. Or I don't want to misspeak. There's the first ones that I noticed from this was back in like 2011.
Yeah.
This was years ago. Now they got some other ones out. RPG Limit Break is one. I think they just do mainly RPG speed runs. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but good on these guys.
Yep, I like it.
Gamers uniting for good cause.
There you go.
A lot of people
Why can't we just do that? Why can't Ubisoft and everybody just come together and do things like this and make good games?
Well, this isn't for a social justice cause, but what are you talking about?
It's not for social justice. This is how gaming should be. Everybody just spreading joy and being happy.
Now, if it was for a social justice cause, Ubisoft would be right in line, first in line.
They'd be shutting down. They'd be playing on Times Square, the big Times Square monitor. They'd shut it down.
Yeah. But so good on them, because a lot of people are adversely affected by this, like really bad.
And here's the thing:
it's not even talked enough about how this is one of the biggest disasters that we've had in a
correct.
while.
And the thing about it is I can feel these people's pain because we went through it with Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah. Yep. I actually went when I lived in Mississippi in our farmland near Columbus. We had a major flood, and it destroyed everything.
Yeah,
all the crops, all of our cabins, and everything like that. It just completely destroyed everything.
Yep.
And everyone in that valley was lost.
That's right, because Katrina was so powerful. It went right up through there.
Well, I mean, this was like when I was 8.
Oh.
We had a major flood that hit our area. Early 90s, maybe late 80s.
Yeah, that people they think of Mississippi and they think it's just like there's areas that look like the plains of Oklahoma, like the Delta and areas of where we're from. Area where we're from is like that. Yeah. So we used to get a lot of tornadoes all the time up there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So good on them. Games Done Quick. Yeah. Starting 11 October to 13 October. Check it out on Twitch. All right. Let's go to let's talk some Diablo 4, dude.
Oh,
Vessels of Hatred coming out in a couple of days.
I feel like you've been wanting to talk about this since the beginning.
Dude, I already got the expansion. I'm ready to go. I've done my download and everything.
Can you play UO on it?
What?
Can you play UO on
it? No. Don't put Diablo 4 and UO in the same sentence there, buddy.
Yeah, well.
Diablo 4, and you're going to play it.
I'm going to play it.
Yeah, you are going to play it.
I'm going to be playing
play something different that wasn't made in 1997.
I'm going to be playing, and I'm going to play, and then you go see me just wander off.
You're going to have like dual monitors.
I am.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, so Diablo 4, this is going to be huge, dude. Like all the updates they've released, the patch notes are going to hit. The season 6 is going to start the same time as the expansion hits. There's going to be so much things to do. If there's a time to get into Diablo, especially with the new class, the Spiritborn, it is time to get going now.
Yeah, there's never a late time to get into Diablo 4. You can always get in and
jump in.
Except like here's the thing, I wouldn't get in on the last day of a season. I would wait to see what the new season is.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw Rob. He was playing. He already put 100 hours into it.
Yeah, PTR. Yeah, he's always in the PTR.
Yeah,
going at it. But yeah, dude, it's going to be Blizzard.
Yeah, the reviews are solid.
Again, reviews are looking good. A lot of stuff to do. I mean, a lot of content, end-game content, buffs you can get, the equipment, the uniques, everything has completely been I guess I want to say overhauled, but revamped again
I
for
have to
this
go in
upcoming
there. I have to
expansion.
go in there and make. I'll power level you when I get on.
Yep.
I'll make sure I power level you up.
No, you won't.
I'll
I'll
run you
carry
through.
you like usual. I'll carry you. Don't lie to everyone. You know what's going to
I'll
happen.
run. I'll make sure that you have a very good Diablo experience.
But the new storyline, going to play that new story. Get to fight Mephisto, I think, in this one. Hopefully at the end.
Hey, Carrie, what's going on? Appreciate you
What's up,
tuning in.
Carrie F? Oh, Tencent. Yeah. So, they're in talks of buying Ubisoft, Carrie. So we kind of just went over that and our like bad things, good things that would come from that. Mostly bad, I think, especially Tencent, who's really into mobile games and stuff like that. But that's kind of what we went over with the Tencent stuff. The podcast, you want to rewatch it, it'll be available as soon as we're done today. Let's see, Grant. All right, that's Diablo. All right, Grant, let's talk some Sword Art Online.
Okay.
All right, let me get this video playing while we do that.
Does it work this time? Did you test it?
What's that?
Did you test it this time? Or we got to sit here for 15 minutes so your computer can reboot and
Well, we might. So I got this from Ruben925 on YouTube. Go check him out. His the original video link will be on our description to this video. So you want to check out the full video. Let's go ahead and get this going.
because you're not going to stream the whole 3 hours, are you?
What? No, man. We're just going to talk about it while it goes. We're just going to talk about it, Grant.
You continue to get smart. I don't like that attitude.
No, you don't.
It's the beard. The beard is giving you the bad boy. You've turned into a bad boy.
What?
All you got to do now is get a broccoli
I'm a Marine,
cut.
Grant. I was a Marine for 20 years.
I know. So now that you got a beard, now you're missing the dangling earring and a broccoli cut. You should get a broccoli cut.
I
wig.
can't
That'd
do
be-
a broccoli cut, dude. I can't grow that hair anymore. I used to be
No.
able to do the fro. I put my visor on. I had the fro out.
No, but you need they make wigs. Like you should put one on. I'll do it.
I've shaved my head for so long for the last 20 years.
Probably have no more hair follicles.
I probably have nothing. Yeah. And this is the first time I've been able to grow a beard out for 20 years.
But a toupee would fit. It would actually
I'm
go
not doing
with
a toupee. Why would I do a toupee?
a broccoli cut toupee would be great.
No, I want to grow a freaking Duck Dynasty beard.
And then you have to say
head.
for real, on God.
Yeah. So all right. So let's get what was that? Go buy some cryptocurrency to sell some
Shit coins.
Yeah. All right. So Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream that got released yesterday. It's just another Sword Art Online game. From what we are hearing, from all the reviews I've seen, it is the best version or the best game for Sword Art Online that they've ever released. Now you can go to Sword Art Online. What is it? The Bullet one, Bullet something, or I can't remember what it's called. That was a good one, but this one is the best. From what I'm hearing, is one of the best Sword Art Online RPGs released game wise. And the combat looks kind of fun. What do you think?
No, it looks real good. Is it free to play?
No, you got to buy it, man.
No, I know.
But it's online co-op too, so you can do missions with other people. And I think it goes into that in this video if we get to it.
So it's not like a full MMORPG.
No, it's not a full MMO. It's more. It's just co-op. Joining. You have the option to have multiplayer, and people can join your missions and stuff like that, or you can join other people's missions they're on. But combat looks pretty good, at least compared to other ones. I wasn't really tracking this because when it comes to Sword Art Online games, they've kind of failed miserably, quite a bit.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting in this one is actually pretty legit, at least from the early reviews I've seen. And right now it's sitting at very positive on Steam with almost 1,000 reviews.
It looks really good.
Yeah, the
really good.
World looks good. This is on PlayStation 5, 60 FPS.
Oh, well, imagine that.
Yeah, looks good.
Imagine that, 60 FPS.
Yeah, it's going to run better on my computer, so I'm not really worried about it.
Maybe. It might.
Oh, it will. Trust me.
It'll run on my computer, too.
I'm thinking about playing it, dude, but probably not. I don't know. Because I'm still in the Throne of Liberty, and we got Diablo coming up, and we got...
You're going to back yourself into a corner.
Eternum coming up on the 15th. Another free-to-play MMO. I mean, there's a lot of games coming out, dude. Like this year...
Dude. You should be like me and just stick to one.
Yeah. No. That's not what gamers do, Grant. They don't just
Stick to
play one
one.
game their entire life.
Ultima Online.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Go Navy. Oh, all right. There you go. All right. But also for like, I mean, think about from September to October, how many games released? Like
Yeah, it's
good
gonna be good.
games.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Astrobot, Space Marine 2,
Yeah.
all those games. I mean, it's a ton. Wukong. I guess that technically released in August, I think.
Technically, it did.
Yeah, technically. But yeah, man, it's looking good.
Looks good.
You know what? I can't wait to come out is that Expedition 33
That's gonna
turn-based
be good.
RPG.
Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna
gonna
be
be
really
good.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm curious about the Arcade MMO that we saw on the State of Play. That looks really good.
That's gonna be tight.
That looked like real good.
Yeah.
Hopefully that like the trailers what the game's going to be like, you know. Watch it be like a mobile. You only have like 4 skills. I hope that's not the case. But yeah, so in this game you go on missions, collect loot. I mean, action RPG. Looks fast paced, looks clean. World looks clean. Got bosses. And this is, I guess, people joining you, part of your party. Yeah. I mean, it looks good. Looks good. All right.
I like that.
All right, so let's get rid of that.
Oh God, now your computer's stuck.
What are you talking about? All right, Grant. Ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. I don't want to do Rings of Power yet. We'll save that for later.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about this, Grant. Localization versus translation in video games. Okay. There's a big issue right now in these localization, I guess, you know, teams and stuff that translate animes, games, you know, from Japan into English, I guess you say. Well, you know, they don't really just translate. What do you think they do, Grant? You think they can keep their ideologies from infesting these games?
Of course they can't. Hopefully
No,
they could,
they cannot.
but they probably don't.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So Metaphor, so Endymion, he actually hit on this. He has a video about it. If you guys haven't seen it, go check him out on YouTube. He does fantastic videos. But so anyway, they're having an issue here. So these
His name is
localizations.
pronounced Endymion.
What's that?
His name is pronounced Endymion.
What is it pronounced then?
And that's it. That's how it's pronounced.
Endymion, right?
Endymion. You said Endymion.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad, buddy.
Actually, get it correct.
You talking like you've seen his YouTube videos.
Man, I'm talking like I know how to pronounce.
you
Like
know-
I'm a linguist.
Nope.
I'm a
If I
linguist.
know I didn't text it to you, you haven't seen it.
I just do it like that. I can translate it just like they can. I'm a linguist.
Anyway, let's
This
get
is
back to
from
this.
This is from the guy who can't pronounce the name tags on the back of cars.
I can't. Like you gotta when I read name tags, like they can be like funny. I'm just like, what does that say? I can barely see it. All right. Anyway, so localization to translate. All right. So what do you think this is the difference is? All right. So these localization crews, what they're doing is you think they can separate their ideological viewpoints
No.
from and you know, adding when they're just some of them they translate the game, but they also translate it way different than what the original you know translation is from just Japanese to English, the standard one. They kind of add a little bit too much into it. So these localizers, these groups of people that are in charge of some of these games that get put on it. Let me show you something, Grant.
All right, show me.
This is one of the localizers from Metaphor. Go ahead and read that, Grant.
Okay, localization editor, Metaphor demo out now. Okay, nice. Localization editor at Sega, SMTVV plus Metaphor plus Pirate Yakuza. Okay, Lord of the Rings. Okay. Oh, I see what you want me to get to. Queer, Jewish, actually autistic, Spoony Bard. She, her.
So let me give you an example what this looks like. Now, when it comes to think about, we're about to get the Rings of Power, but think about these writers that take Tolkien's work and try to translate it into a show like Rings of Power. They try to take some of the lore. A lot of times they don't, though. And they try to inject their real world social politics, everything you think of, they try to inject that into the shows, these young writers. So this is kind of what's happened with localization. They're doing the same thing. They think they are better than the source material. They think they're way better. They know how to spin it to being a lot better. Some of them are that do legit good localization, but a lot of them cannot separate their beliefs and I guess our day and age, our modern day and age, the modern audience, they cannot separate that when they go and try to, I guess, translate or add things in to, make it better for Western audiences. They cannot separate that. And so what you get is a bunch of loaded crap into these translations and some of the game's redesign before it hits Western audiences. And they think they're doing, I guess, great work on that. But it's the same thing as when it comes to these young writers taking beloved IP, like you can say Warhammer, you can say Dungeons and Dragons, and converting it into something that's different than what it was to fit their narrative. Or again, we go back to ideological viewpoints. They can't help themselves and they inject it in their localization rehash, I guess you can say. So that's the big problem we have when it comes to these Eastern games coming to the West, and they get localized by these teams, these individuals that, of course, they can't separate their political beliefs from. So you have these guys that just completely redo the damn dialogue, and you see that in animes a lot too nowadays. Like when they try to redo animes and Eastern, I guess, shows and stuff like that. You see it a lot. And they do the same thing. They think they're better than the people that create it. So they end up creating something that's either complete trash or it doesn't make sense.
Can you imagine if these people were like archaeologists and they discovered new things to translate? They're like, I told you King Tut was gay. I told you.
Oh, you don't think that happens?
I'm sure it does.
You don't think that happens in archaeology? When they comes,
we found Cleopatra's tomb, and guess what? She's a he. She's trans.
Do you know there's? Here's an example. This is actually can kind of play in it. There's a guy, I forget his name, but he provided so much evidence that could shift the timeline, ancient Egypt's timeline, just a little bit. And he provided so much evidence for this, but when he presented to this council that controls, I guess, the historical timeline, whatever they are, and when he presented this evidence to them, they denied him because no, this is it. So they even stuff that dates back to the 30s and 40s, they will not change history even with the new stuff that they discover nowadays. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I need to know who these people are because I need to go to them.
It's like a group of archaeologists, historians, or whatever that form this, I guess, type of council, and they say yay or nay when there's new evidence brought forth that could change certain things in history because we find out new things in today's, this day and age, right? Because of technology advancements, all this other stuff, better research.
I need to find these people because I'm gonna go up to them and say, like, it was all, dude. I'm gonna sit down with them like, guys, it was always the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstain Bears. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What did you call it?
What's that?
Did you call it the Berenstain? Yeah, it's not. If you look at it, it says Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, when the fuck did that happen? Nope. We need to have. I need to sit down with these guys and be like, nope. Changing the timeline.
So, dude. So this is the problem with these Western. I don't know what to call them. Crazy asses. I mean, that's what they are. You cannot trust anything that you see that is interpreted by individuals that have that their daily lives are controlled by social, political viewpoints, right? That's all they spend their daily lives on. Like they're so ingested with this cult, religion, whatever you want to call it. But you cannot trust a lot of things because they're not going a lot of times. Now, there are some very good localizers out there, localization companies that do a very good job, but a lot of them don't. So this is just going to be an issue that if it's not brought to people's attention, like this is not even a mainstream issue, right? People don't think about this, like localization versus translation. Like, what's the difference? Translation is just you take the Japanese hiragana, kanji, the voice, whatever, the speech, the dialogue, and you're just translating it directly into English without adding anything. But localizing, that's where the issue comes in. They don't really do true just translations. They change personalities. They change how the person speaks. They change all types of things. And that can change the character themselves. But
Yeah.
and a lot of times they think, oh, well, the character's better now. It's better than the source material that made millions and millions of dollars and millions of people watch the original. Oh, we know better.
Yeah.
No, you don't,
It's
because you're
like
not a
that.
creator.
It's like that in Spanish too. Like when I'm listening to things with my wife, in Spanish. Yes, guys, I speak Spanish, and I can understand it. Um, it's different than what the translation shows, especially through Netflix. It's not. It's not this. It's not. It's close, but they try to do some things with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start paying attention to it, and I'm gonna start because sometimes whenever she's always watching like, uh, I don't know, like Ronaldo's wife, whatever stuff like things like that. She likes stuff like that. But now what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start like really like I'm gonna put it on Spanish, and I'm going to read the translations and
yeah.
see if it matches. I'm gonna see if they're doing it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good job.
yeah.
All right.
On the case. I'm on the
Yeah,
case
right.
now.
Carrie, yeah. Carrie says, I do Google to initially do translations. I'll ask community to validate. No way I'm paying for woke translation. Yeah. I mean, that's the issue, right? And you got a lot of that going on in these
Yeah.
localization teams. But yeah, I agree, Carrie. All right. All right, Grant.
And it's Berenstain, right? Beerstein. But it wasn't Stain. I never grew up as a kid calling it that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is let me tell you something. This is a very important issue. You act interested when I'm talking about this.
Anyway, Rings of Power season 2.
Hey, we'll continue this later.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's move on. All right, Grant. Rings of Power season 2. I slogged through that. I don't even know what to call it.
I mean, I can
Garbage.
picture you. I can picture you happy watching this show. You had your snuggie on. You wearing your snuggie.
Well, I mean, I didn't like season 1 from the get go. I knew I was going to like season 2 from where they were bringing the show. So my thing is this. All right. Acting is horrendous in this show. Like, it is so cringy from the wife of Durin singing, and just it's so cringy, dude. And then these hobbits. Oh, you lost your Grant.
Hold on. There I
You all right?
am.
There
I'm
you
back.
are. All right.
I'm back.
So it's just cringy. Like, I don't mind the actor did Durin. Durin's probably the legit best thing about the show, if you can even say anything good about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they did introduce the Balrog. That was cool looking. That was a cool looking scene. But when it comes to acting, it's really cringy. Like the Hobbits, I just do not care. Like every time I see the Hobbit and the Stranger, which is at the end, is Gandalf. Of course, we all know who that is.
No, God, you could have
No,
guessed that.
it's not a spoiler. You guess it from the get go. You know who the hell that is.
Yeah.
But anyway, the interaction between the Hobbits and Gandalf, that's how he got his name, Grant. They called him Gandalf when they were walking away, leaving. They called him Gandalf. And then he walked to one of his mentors and was like, "My name's Gandalf, isn't it?" I don't know how else to describe this. It's like really bad. The acting's horrible. A lot of scenes like Galadriel, like I don't care. Like I could not care about any character on that show. And what else? And like the Sauron, girly hair. I mean, it doesn't look like Sauron. And then Isildur.
What's Sauron crying?
I mean, he has like tears running down his face when he's torturing Calibrimbor, whatever his name is, the blacksmith. But Isildur is just like a nobody. Like they still have yet to get to him of being a somebody. They just drag him on being a normal, run of the mill dweeb. That's what he is. And like this is Isildur, the guy who led one of the leaders that led Middle Earth armies, all the good guys against Sauron.
Yep.
Like, and he cut the ring off of Sauron. You know, what I mean, like he beat Sauron, even though he ends up, retaining ring and not destroying it, whatever. Okay, but it's still Isildur. All his accomplishments that you see in lore and that Tolkien goes back to in some of his books, I don't know what he is. And they downsized Galadriel too. I mean, think about how powerful Galadriel is. Well, she again got beat up by a couple, got captured by 10 orcs, and then almost lost a fight to Sauron, even though I guess technically she won because she jumped off a cliff or something. I mean, I don't know, but she ends up living. And the
Isildur gets stuffed in a locker, like get bullied in school.
And then they paid so much attention to these characters no one cares about. Like everyone's just watered down. Like all the characters are so watered down. Like you hear about Durin a lot and through the lore because this Durin's folk, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously very accomplished in the lore. But I mean, he's still kind of backwatered. I mean, they put his wife more in the front runner than he is. And I don't even know who his wife is. Like they just made her into like a main character, I guess. But I mean, it's I don't know how they're going to do season 3. Like, is anyone else interested in this show still? And when I see people saying, "Oh, it's Game of Thrones," no, it's not. It's horrid.
No. It's like season. If you want to say Game of Thrones, it's like season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean.
And even then, season 8 of the Game of Thrones was better than that.
The fighting battles are stupid, not well done. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, it's.
Well, hold on now. IGN gave it an 8.
Oh, come on, brother. IGN gives anything that they can flip and get clicks on.
Well, first of all, score. Did you just brother me? Did you just Hulk Hogan me?
I did. I sure did. But anyway, so yeah, Rings of Power, man. Like, I don't know. It's garbage. It's not good. Anyone says it's good is not being truthful to themselves. They want it to be good, but it's not.
It's like they wanted the acolyte to be good.
They're playing too much on the Lord of the Rings movies by Peter Jackson, like trying to put stuff in there to be like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Do you know how Gandalf got his name? He was called Grandelf by the hobbits. I mean, hobbits, they were not interesting. None of those scenes were interesting. I didn't want to watch any of that. And, I mean, honestly, what was interesting? Oh, the Balrog, that was cool. Give me some more of that. Yeah. Or, maybe some more Durin being like, but they watered him down too. He's not.
Season 3
what you think of Durin, like King Durin, what you would think of him as like a battle-tested dwarf. I mean, but they're going to get to that. They're going to build him up. Well, Isildur, I don't know how they're going to redeem him. Like he is just a dweeb.
That's Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
They should just make season 3 just like the Balrog killing everybody. Just that's what it should be.
Dude, Isildur, there's a scene that he got to see one of his sister's friends that completely went behind their back, made his dad into a traitor, and his friend's dad becomes the king of Numenor, all through a bunch of treasonous acts, right? And he says this to Isildur in his face, and Isildur just, I'm gonna get on a boat and follow you guys. I'm gonna go with you guys. Like that dude would have. Tolkien's Isildur would have killed that son of a bitch right on the spot.
Okay. Maybe they should bring you in. They should bring you in to help them save season 3.
It's not salvageable, dude. It's not salvageable. All right, Grant. That's my spill. Rings of Power. Watch it if you want to. I don't recommend it. All right.
You know it is a great show, The Penguin.
The Penguin. That last episode, legit. That was good. That's another good one. Man, I hope they keep going. That's so good, dude.
They're going to do it like fucking Daredevil. Oh, that's it. That's it. We're going to cancel it.
Like I was watching The King of Tulsa for a while, trying to get that mafia itch,
Yeah.
and then the Penguin just came in and got everything.
It's
The
good.
King of
I like
Tulsa is
it.
good. It's a good show. Sylvester Stallone, like it's good, but it's not like that Sopranos feel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, the Penguin does a great job. What else is coming out? Anything else? Oh, they got the Tomb Raider coming out soon. The animated series on Netflix.
Hey, are we going to talk about the big dump of the Joker 2?
Oh yeah, it got bad reviews. Everyone says it's
Bad
not good.
reviews.
Lady Gaga. I mean, what are you doing? Why bring her in as she's Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah, and well, here's the thing: is like I can't.
It's
I'm
like a
not going to sit there and say.
musical, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit there and. I think they just used. No matter what people think about Lady Gaga can act. I saw her. She was a good actress in American Horror Story.
Yeah, she
In
actually
the
did a really
hotel.
good job
She
there.
did good.
I would give her that.
Yeah. So she was in that movie with what's his name, where they made that song together, Bradley Cooper. Where they're like the struggling singer or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
The country singer, whatever. So she can act. She obviously can act. I don't think it was a performance issue. I just think it was a story issue. Like that's what I'm reading about. I don't think it was they sucked at acting. I think it was just what the fuck is the point of this story? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of it? Like, it doesn't really make sense to speak. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna give my own opinion anyway. I'm gonna watch it. But it's not looking good so far. They the last one, of course, made over $1 billion. This one had the budget of $200 million, and it's only on pace to make this weekend $50 million.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
So it's not looking good.
Did they really need to do a sequel?
I don't know.
I mean, the first one was good.
If it made sense. I mean, if it made sense, that's what I'm saying. That's
It
what
was
they're
just too
saying.
much singing, like a musical or something like that. I don't know. That's just what I heard.
I think I saw one review where it takes too long to take like half the scenes like in the courtroom or something. I don't know. It's like half the movies. I'm gonna watch it myself. I'm gonna give my own opinion about it.
All right, cool. All right, dude. So you gonna get the Diablo expansion?
Does it come with Ultima Online?
No, it does not.
Then I don't know. I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
All right, I'll get the expansion pre-download, buddy.
All right. Don't you tell me what to do.
Oh yeah. Get the expansion download, buddy.
Well, all right, guys. Well, that looks like we're about to be wrapping it up. So
thanks for joining.
Y'all go follow us on YouTube. We're growing at a rapid rate, which is great. We appreciate y'all.
Much
mainly, it's probably mainly because of me.
Yeah.
And then we're on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. Oh, you had your eyebrows.
Spotify. What do you want me to do?
Well, you had your eyebrows up like you're about to chime in. Like I was giving you a space to like pull your car in.
Well,
you went like this.
I said on Spotify. You want to go check those out?
I said that, and you went like this.
You can check out all of our episodes. They're all relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And just download them or just listen to them while riding around. Whatever you do.
Yeah.
Check out, but mostly just YouTube and Twitter. We'll eventually branch out, but we're just trying to focus on what we're good at right now.
We don't have a team. It's just
trying
us.
to get a following and people that are interested in the same thing as we are, mostly.
And Ultima Online,
video games, news, and all that stuff. And not Ultima Online.
Oh man, don't you say that. You'll have they're like Swifties. They'll come after you.
Yes, all 4,000 of them.
40,000.
Yes, thank you. Rachel Tooth. Have a wonderful Ubisoft night.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. I don't know.
That's funny. Funny they say that because we're probably going to have news. There's going to be something tomorrow.
Every time we have every podcast we've had Ubisoft news
tonight that drops on Ubisoft.
Yep, they just can't keep their foot out their own ass. Never seen it before in my life.
But yeah, anyways, just check out the YouTube X mostly. What we do, the live podcast will be available on all podcasting platforms. What I do also is this live version will be on YouTube the entire episode, but I also segment them out into individual videos throughout the week until our next podcast. So specific subjects and stuff like that. Share it with your friends if you want, and get more interaction.
If you guys
better
share it with your friends.
Get on YouTube chat or Twitch chat. so we can interact with you guys.
Yeah, no, get into chat. Ask me questions. We want to get to the point where you can
throw a question in chat. We will.
What did you say, Carrie? Hey, read that right there. Say it. I want you to read it. Read it out loud.
Let's see what it says. Something rocks. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that says.
That's right. Look, don't let this man lie to you. I got him on UO Outlands, and he actually had a good time. He's just trying to play cool.
When you play. Not when you ask me to play at like 11 o'clock at night when it's like 12 a.m. my time.
Hey, those are primetime hours, baby. That's good. Those are good farming hours.
I'd rather play some other video games.
Nope.
But if you want to play, I'll play. But I don't want to wait 3 hours for you to get online.
You got to put your big boy pants on and farm at the middle of the night.
I can farm on Phone Liberty and all types of other games. And when Diablo comes out, I'll be on that.
When Diablo comes out, you're gonna be putting on the diaper and the bag.
Some barbarian.
The fucking shit bag, right. And not going anywhere.
That's right. Not shaving. Well, I don't shave now anyway, but I do need to shave my head here soon. Yeah. All right, dude.
Broccoli cut.
Nope, can't do it anymore.
All right, guys. We'll shut up and we'll leave y'all alone now. So, anyway, guys, we'll see y'all Tuesday. Y'all have a good